In 2025, names like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos dominate headlines with fortunes nearing $250 billion each. They're the titans of our time, shaping industries with innovation and ambition. But what if I told you their wealth pales in comparison to a figure from history, an emperor whose riches could dwarf today's billionaires by trillions? Get ready to uncover a saga of quadrillionaires, dynasties, and the wealthiest ruler ever. Our saga begins in 1848, when a 13-year-old Scottish immigrant named Andrew Carnegie stepped off a boat onto American soil, penniless and dreaming of a better life. Working as a bobbin boy in a cotton factory for just $1.20 a week, Carnegie's journey was anything but ordinary. By his 20s, he seized opportunities in the telegraph industry, investing wisely and climbing the ranks of Pennsylvania Railroad. But it was steel that would make him a legend. In the 1870s, Carnegie founded Carnegie Steel, revolutionizing production with the Bessemer process, turning iron into steel at an unprecedented scale. His mills churned out rails, bridges, and skyscraper frames, dominating 25% of U.S. steel by the 1890s. Yet, his rise wasn't without ruthlessness. Wage cuts, the brutal Homestead Strike of 1892, where 10 men died, and a relentless drive to crush competitors like a modern-day gladiator. By 1901, when he sold his company to J.P. Morgan for $480 million, over $309 billion today, Carnegie became the richest man of his era. But the story doesn't end with wealth. In his later years, he gave away 90% of his fortune, building 2,509 libraries worldwide, funding education, and leaving a legacy of philanthropy that still echoes. So, was Carnegie the pinnacle of wealth? Hold that thought, because the true quadrillionaire is yet to emerge from the shadows of history. Next, we unveil an emperor whose riches could make Carnegie's fortune look like pocket change. If Andrew Carnegie's $309 billion fortune left you in awe, prepare to have your mind blown. Our journey now takes us back 2,000 years to the heart of the Roman Empire, where a young Gaius Octavius, later known as Augustus Caesar, forged a legacy of wealth that defies imagination. Rising from the chaos of Julius Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, Augustus, at just 18, outmaneuvered rivals like Mark Antony to become Rome's first emperor. His genius? Consolidating power through conquests, Egypt, Gaul, Spain, expanding Rome's territory to 2 million square miles. But the real wealth came from control. As emperor, he personally owned 20 to 25% of the empire's economy, raking in taxes, land, and spoils of war. Historians estimate his net worth at $4.6 trillion in today's dollars. Quadruple Carnegie's peak. Augustus didn't just hoard gold, he invested it, building 50,000 miles of roads, aqueducts supplying millions with water, and the Forum of Augustus, a marble testament to his rule. His Pax Romana brought 200 years of stability, boosting trade and his personal coffers. Yet, his wealth was tied to mythos. Claiming divine descent, he turned Rome into a cult of personality, with temples and statues in his honor. So, was Augustus the ultimate quadrillionaire? His riches reshaped history, but the question remains, did his power corrupt or elevate? We'll explore that next. Stay tuned. With a fortune of $4.6 trillion, Augustus Caesar didn't just rule Rome, he redefined it. His wealth wasn't static, it was a tool to craft an empire that would endure for centuries. The Pax Romana, a 200-year golden age of peace he engineered, turned Rome into a global powerhouse. Its roads, 50,000 miles of them, connecting distant provinces like a nervous system of commerce. Aqueducts, marvels of engineering, brought fresh water to 1 million Romans, while the Pantheon and Forum of Augustus stood as monuments to his vision, built with gold and marble plundered from conquered lands. Trade flourished, Egypt's grain fed the masses, and his tax system funneled billions into his coffers. But this wasn't just about money, it was about myth. Augustus proclaimed himself a god's son, erecting temples and statues, weaving a narrative of divine rule that kept the Senate and people in awe. His legacy? The Roman Empire's infrastructure laid the groundwork for modern cities. Roads became highways, aqueducts inspired plumbing. Yet his absolute power raised questions. Did his wealth uplift or oppress? Some saw a benevolent ruler, others a dictator masking tyranny. As we stand amid Rome's ruins today, his empire's echoes shape our world. But at what cost? The answer lies in our final chapter. Stay with us. As we close the saga of Augustus Caesar, the wealthiest emperor ever with a $4.6 trillion fortune, his story offers timeless lessons for today's moguls. First, diversify your assets. Augustus's wealth spanned land, trade, and infrastructure, a strategy echoed by modern investors like Warren Buffett, who spreads risk across industries. His 50,000 miles of roads weren't just paths, they were investments that fueled commerce for centuries. Think of it as the original infrastructure ETF. Second, balance power with generosity. Augustus's Pax Romana brought stability, but his philanthropy, monuments, aqueducts, won loyalty, much like Carnegie's libraries. Yet, his absolute control hints at a warning. Unchecked power can breed corruption, a pitfall seen in today's corporate scandals. Finally, build a legacy that outlasts you. Augustus's empire shaped modern civilization. Our roads, laws, even architecture stem from his vision. For you, the viewer, this means investing in knowledge, community, or sustainable ventures that echo beyond your lifetime. So, what's your takeaway? Will you wield wealth like a titan or a tyrant? Share your strategy below and join MogulMythos as we uncover more epic tales. Until next time, keep building your empire.